Hello everybody, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the top 5 best commando assault rifle builds in the game. Not to waste your time, let's just get straight into the video with weapon number 1. Weapon number 1 on the list is going to be the railway rifle. Let's go ahead and get into the first demonstration. For the first weapon on the list, we're here at West Tech to take out the super mutants. I have had some troubles trying to take them out because one of the enemies seemed to have been a little bit bugged and had something called infinite ammo or infinite HP. Something. But it's okay though. The railway rifle spares none. Unless it is a reload. I think that's it for West Tech. Well, yeah, the railway rifle is probably the best rifle in the whole game, so I expected that to be pretty easy. We can go ahead and move on to the demonstration number 2. For demonstration number 2 with the railway rifle, we're here with the glowing behemoth. We're going to wait for him to wake up. And we're going to shoot him in the face. And that's the glowing behemoth dead in one magazine. The only drawback with this weapon is its magazine capacity, which you could totally run a quad, but I'm running bloody. But that's the only issue. Let's go ahead and show you where to find this weapon and its mods. To find the plans for the railway rifle, you will have to come to the White Spring Resort. It is located here on the map. Once inside the mall, just go all the way down, passing all these vendors, and end up here at the blue-looking building. You'll find the Free States vendor, where you will scroll all the way over to the notes, go all the way down, then you'll find the railway rifle for 1,588 caps. You can get even more of a discount if you have the hard bargain perk. I'm going to show you where the modifications are for the railway rifle. To find the modifications for the railway rifle, you will have to come to the Watoga station, which is located right here on the map. Once inside, you can go and trade with the vendor and go to the notes. And you can find some railway modifications right here. Sometimes there might be more. For me, I have the night vision scope, and sometimes you can find some other modifications. Or you can also buy the railway rifle right here as well. You can see here's some more railway rifle modifications right here. This is how you get the automatic barrel. Let's move on to the perk build that I used and my modifications. That I use the bloodied. Now, bloodied is fine, but you're gonna want to shoot for most likely something like a quad explosive. It's gonna be a little difficult to try to get, but it's gonna be the best one. Now, we were using the automatic piston receiver, the short barrel, but you're probably not going to want to run the short barrel. You're most definitely going to want to run the long barrel as it increases your range. I'm only running the short barrel because I'm not fortunate yet enough to have the long barrel unlocked. We're using the recoil compensated stock, the long scope, no muzzle, and that's going to be it for the modifications for the railway rifle. Moving on to the perk build, we have 3 in strength, 15 in perception, 1 in endurance, 4 in charisma, 3 in intelligence, 15 in agility, and then 15 in luck. For our perks, we have 3 in blocker, all the commando perks. We also have tank killer, 1 in concentrated fire. You do not need to run anything more than just 1. 2 in glowing sight, 1 in radical, 1 in strange numbers, 3 in tenderizer, 3 in nerd rage, 1 in scrapper. You also do not need to run scrapper. 3 in action boy, 3 in covert operative, 1 in escape artist, 3 in gung fu, 5 in adrenaline, 3 in bloody mess, 3 in better criticals, 1 in 4-leaf clover, 3 in class freak, 2 in starch genes, and then 3 in critical savvy. For the legendaries, this is what we ran. That's going to be it for weapon number 1. Let's move on to weapon number 2. For weapon number 2, we're going to be using the Handmade Assault Rifle. Let's go ahead and show you the first demonstration. Now, for the Handmade, it's definitely one of the better weapons in Fallout 76, most definitely. The only issue I have with the Handmade is it's definitely nowhere near as good as a weapon like the Fixer, but it definitely is up there and does compete. Personally, not one of my favorites, but I've been using it for a little while now, and I have to say, it's growing on me. Definitely been enjoying it so far. But that's going to be it for the outside of West Tech. Let's go ahead and move on to demonstration number 2. We are here at the Glowing Behemoth for the second demonstration on the weapon. Let's let him wake up. And we're going to go ahead and put enough bullets in his mouth to make him mad. And the Glowing Behemoth is dead in 1 magazine. That's going to be it for demonstration number 2. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to get the weapon and the weapon modifications. Plans for the Handmade Rifle, you will have to come back to the White Spring Resort and talk to the exact same vendor as last time, where you will then scroll all the way down and you should find it. Here it is. The plan for the handmade gun. Now it may say handmade gun, but it is indeed the handmade rifle, although that may be a little bit confusing to some. But let's go ahead and show you the modifications on my handmade rifle and the perk build. For my weapon modifications on the handmade rifle, we're using the bloodied. I do not have a 2nd or 3rd star perk on this gun because I just wanted to get a simple bloodied just to do a small demonstration. We're using the tweaked automatic receiver, the aligned long barrel, the forceful stock, the perforating magazine, the reflex sight dot, and the suppressor. Probably you're wondering why I didn't show where to find the modifications. To get all the modifications for this weapon, you will have to recycle the weapon. That's all you have to do. You just have to recycle the handmade, and it will randomly give you modifications. It is long, it is tedious, but the weapon is definitely worth it. It's really good, surprisingly. I don't use this weapon a lot, and in my small time of using it, I'm definitely going to pick it up a 2nd time and definitely use it. But let's go ahead and show you the perk build. We have 3 in strength, 15 in perception, 1 in endurance, 4 in charisma, 3 in intelligence, 15 in agility, and 15 in luck. We're using blocker, all the master commando perks, along with tank killer, concentrated fire, and glowing sight. 1 in reticle, 1 in strange in numbers, 3 in tenderizer, 3 in nerd rage, 1 in scrapper, scrapper is not needed, 3 in action boy, 3 in covert operative, 1 in escape artist, 3 in gung fu, 5 in adrenaline, 3 in bloody mess, 3 in better criticals, 1 in 4-leaf clover, 3 in class freak, 2 in starch genes, 3 in critical savvy. And for the legendary perks, this is what we were running. That's going to be it for weapon number 2. Let's go ahead and move on to weapon number 3. Weapon number 3, we're using the Enclave Plasma Rifle. Let's go ahead and move on to the first demonstration. For weapon 3's first demonstration, we're here at West Tech to use it on the super mutants. The Enclave's Plasma Rifle is so good. Some people overlook it and don't use it, but I think that's a little crazy because I'd say it's probably one of the best weapons in the whole game. Of course, DPS wise, the weapon fries everything it touches like insanely fast. With or with outside VATs, as you can see, it's pretty much just killing everything. I'll show it within VATs right now. It's so overpowered. It's not even funny. It is a little funny, but I mean that's it for West Tech. They're all gone. Let's show you demonstration number 2. For the second demonstration, we're back at the glowing behemoth to take him out. And he's dead. Well, that was pretty quick. Pretty quick. Well, that's going to be it for the demonstration number 2. Let's go ahead and show you where you can find the weapon plans and the modifications for the Enclave Plasma Rifle. To be able to get the Enclave Plasma Rifle, there is no weapon plans. So the best way to get it is by doing missions or coming here to the White Spring Bunker and activating the Armory Terminal and going over to Weapons and seeing if there is an Enclave Plasma Rifle in here. Another really good way of getting it is by doing the Enclave dropped connection events, which will normally spawn here at Watoga or here at Harper's Ferry, or another spot is Berkeley Springs. These are the 3 spots that I see the drop connection event mostly happen. You can just server hop and you'll probably see the event. But to be able to have Enclave clearance, you're going to have to come here to the abandoned waste dump, where then you can enter the cave and start up the Enclave missions, where you will do all the quests to reach general rank, where then you can be allowed access into here. You can also get the Exo 1 power armor plans by going to this archive terminal. That's going to be it for the weapon location. Let's show you where you can find the modifications. To find the Enclave Plasma Rifle modification, you're going to want to come to the Watoga Station or the Watoga Shopping Plaza. These are the only 2 spots. You're probably going to have to server hop a lot because it's extremely hard to find this weapon modification. You can talk to this bot and go to the mods, and you're going to want to look for the Enclave Plasma Rifle Flamer Barrel. Let's go ahead and move on to the weapon modifications and the perk build. For my modifications, I used armor penetration, but bloodied will work and is probably the preferred, but armor penetration is the one that I used and it works just fine. We're also using the prime capacitor for the extra damage and the stabilized flamer barrel, which is the modification which I said is extremely hard to get, along with the stabilized stock. And that's it for the modifications. Let's move on to the perk build. We're using 3 in strength, 15 in perception, 4 in endurance, 4 in charisma, 8 in intelligence, 7 in agility, 15 in luck. We have 3 in blocker, all the master commando perks, along with tank killer, concentrated fire, and glowing sight, fireproof, radical, strange in numbers, tenderizer, nerd rage, science, science expert, and science master. This will give increased damage. We have 1 in action boy, 1 in escape artist, 5 in adrenaline, 3 in bloody mess, 3 in better criticals, 1 in 4-leaf clover, 3 in class freak, 2 in searchings, and 3 in critical savvy. These are the legendary perks, and that's going to be it for weapon number 3. Moving on to weapon number 4. For weapon number 4, we're going to be using the Fixer. Let's go ahead and get on to demonstration number 1. For this demonstration, we're back again at West Tech to use the Fixer, probably my favorite weapon in the entire game. I cannot get over how overpowered the Fixer was, but even whenever I first unlocked it, it was definitely my favorite. The way you can just take out this whole place without even, like, requiring to use that much ammo or anything at all, really. I mean, this gun really does practically do it all. But yeah, that's it for West Tech. Let's go ahead and move on to the second demonstration. For demonstration number 2 with the Fixer, we're back again with the glowing behemoth to take him out. We're going to sneak up on him and take him out. And the glowing behemoth is dead. Well, let me go ahead and show you guys where you can find yourselves the Fixer and how to get its modifications. To get the weapon plans for the Fixer, you're going to want to come to any train station, but I'm here at the White Spring train station, and walk up to this board. You should see the Sheep Squatch Ate My Brother, and all you do is have to read it. You just have to go to the taxidermy in Lewisburg, which, if you don't know where that is, I'll go ahead and show you. Here's Lewisburg. And just go into the taxidermy place and start up the mission. It's pretty easy. The quest should make you do a bunch of stuff, and then at the very end, you should actually get a Fixer. I would recommend you start it at level 20. It should bring you to the Pylon Ambush site, where then you'll do the event called Encrypted, where you have a small chance to get the Fixer plan. If you have done this event many times and yet to receive the Fixer plan, I recommend checking out vendors. They are not too hard to come by in vendors. I've seen many people sell up to 20 Fixers for only 5,000 caps, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Of course, make sure you're server hopping and checking out other vendors. But that's going to be it for the weapon plans. Let's move on to the modifications and the perk build. For the modifications that I used on my Fixer, I ran with the Bloodied. Definitely, the Bloodied is the best Fixer in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure it definitely is the best one that you can get. But we're going to be using the powerful automatic receiver along with the aligned long barrel, with the forceful stock, with the perforating magazine, and the reflex dot, and the suppressor. That's going to be it for the modifications, but if you're wondering how to get the modifications, you're just going to have to simply scrap combat rifles. Similar to the Handmade Rifle, by scrapping Handmade Rifles, you get the modifications. It's the same thing with this, except for you don't have to scrap Fixers, it's just the combat rifles, and you should unlock all the modifications. Pretty simple and pretty easy. Doesn't take too long. You should find them off of enemies. It's a pretty common weapon to find. But for the perk build that we used, we have 3 in strength, 15 in perception, 1 in endurance, 4 in charisma, 3 in intelligence, 15 in agility, and 15 in luck. We're going to be running the blocker perk with all the commando perks, along with tank killer, 1 in concentrated fire, and 2 in glowing sight, radical, stranger in numbers, tenderizer, nerd rage, scrapper, escape artist, adrenaline, action boy, covert operative, gung fu, bloody mess, better criticals, 4-leaf clover, class freak, starch jeans, and critical savvy. And these were the legendary perks used. That's going to be it for weapon number 4. Moving on to the last weapon, number 5. Weapon number 5 is going to be the Tesla rifle. Let's go ahead and move on to the first demonstration. For demonstration number 1 with the Tesla rifle, we're here using it on some super mutants back at West Tech. The Tesla rifle is definitely one of my favorite weapons. It's by no means one of the most higher up tier weapons like a Fixer or like a railway rifle, but it most definitely can be up to that standard. The only thing that you need to get is a quad. Now, I'm using a bloodied here, but I mean, if you get a quad, the thing will be just as good as some of the best assault rifles out there. And that's why I'm including it, because it can turn into one of the best. It's very good for taking out multiple enemies that are all grouped together, and that's why I like it so much. But let's move on to demonstration number 2. We're back with demonstration number 2 of the Tesla rifle with the glowing behemoth. The Tesla rifle is definitely very good, and it can only get better. But the only issue that I have with it, like I said, is the ammo capacity. That's the only really big downside to this weapon. But let me show you where you can find the plan and the weapon modifications. Find the Tesla rifle's weapon plans, you will have to come to the White Spring Resort, which is right here, and talk to the Brotherhood vendor. Then once you scroll all the way over to the notes and go all the way down, you should find the Tesla rifle for 2,520 caps right here. Let's move on where to find the weapon modifications. To find the weapon modifications for the Tesla rifle, you're going to want to go to the Watoga station. Another spot that you can find them is the Watoga shopping plaza. These are the two spots that I normally go to whenever I'm looking for modifications. When interacting with the vendor, you can scroll all the way down. Now you can get 4 different barrel modifications from them. In this one, we have the shotgun charging barrel. You can also find the sniper and the fully automatic as well in these vendors. But for me, I have the shotgun. Just make sure that you server hop and check out to see if you can find other modifications. You can only get the weapon plans. You cannot just scrap the Tesla rifle and hopefully get the right one. You have to get the weapon plan. Let's move on to my modifications and the perk build. For my weapon modifications that I used on my Tesla rifle, I was using bloodied. Now for the modifications, I also am using the automatic barrel. As I've already said, you can find the charging barrel, the shotgun barrel inside vendors. I also was using the reflex sight, which if you would like to have, you are going to have to scrap the weapon to unlock that. That's going to be it for the weapon modifications. I'll show you the perk build. For the perk build, we have 3 in strength, 15 in perception, 4 in endurance, 4 in charisma, 8 in intelligence, 7 in agility, 15 in luck. We're running blocker, all the commando perks, along with tank killer, 1 in concentrated fire, 2 in glowing sight, 3 in fireproof, 1 in radical, 1 in strange in numbers, 3 in tenderizer, 3 in nerd rage, 2 in science, 2 in science expert, 2 in science master. This will increase your damage as well. 1 in action boy, 1 in escape artist, 5 in adrenaline, 3 in bloody mess, 3 in better criticals, 1 in four-leaf clover, 3 in class freak, 2 in stirred jeans, and 3 in critical savvy. For the legendary perks, these are the ones that we used. That's going to be it for weapon number 5 and also the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just want to say I put a lot of time and effort, and the videos might not seem that long, but I definitely spend a lot, and I do my research to make sure that I'm not giving you guys any false information, and I try my best to be very informative so you guys don't have to listen to the other people on YouTube that just give you a bunch of not so important information and show you a demonstration that looks really, really, really good, but then, you know, not enough information to back it up how you can follow the same way and have that exact same build and all the other stuff. So I make these videos to just make that quick and simple, easy. I have a really big video planned where I'm going to be showing off all of the alien weapons and how to get them and the best ways to get them. That video is coming out very soon, hopefully. I just want to make sure I have everything fully prepared so I can give you guys the most and best possible information that I can give. I have a small little project in the works. I just wanted to ask you guys what you guys might think about it. Just to hear you guys' opinion on this. We was thinking about opening up a Discord server and having it open and putting it in the description of every one of my videos, and just having you guys can come in and ask questions, and maybe I can give you guys my insight. And I have a lot of other things planned, but that's kind of the main focus for now, is just question answering. So if you guys would just answer in the comment section, if you guys would like to have a Discord server, it really, I really appreciate knowing what you guys' opinion is. But that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you later.